me to change, they want me to change, but I ain't changing. Nah, I remain.
And you are now tuned in to another episode of Intellectually Petty Radio, brought to you by M3S3 Clothing. Men make moves and suckers stand still. And as always, on the mighty Nerve DJs Radio Network. Y'all already know, man, it's redundancy at its finest. I only rock with legends over this way, and today is abso-fucking-lutely no exception. We got the Yay Area's finest, the legendary, the legend's legend, Be Legit in the building. What's going on, King?
Hey, what's good with you? What's going on?
Nothing much, man. How's life? How's your family?
Man, everybody good, man. You know, a lot of good things is happening, a lot of positive things is happening right now. So, you know, shit, we can't complain.
What you smoking on, bro?
Actually, man, this is some what we call Bela Blue.
Bela Blue.
Yeah, Bela Blue, man. It's one of my personal strains.
Oh, one of your. How many strains you got?
You got to keep them in rotation. You know what I mean? So we got a whole lot of strains, but you know, we release them strategically.
Okay, I feel you on that. Yo, how you get the name Be Legit?
Oh, man, so I got the name Be Legit, man. When I was 16, I had a 5.0 Mustang, yellow one, right? And they had, like, you know, you get the personalized plates. So on my plates, that's what I put on there. I put Be Legit. And my first rap name actually was Pimpy B. And 40's rap name was Pimpy E. but, but then when I put that on my car, people just started calling me that. Like in high school, they just started calling me Legit, Be Legit. And that just became my name.
Wait a minute, so you rocking the Mustang in high school?
In high school.
Oh, what year?
Oh, that was a long time ago. This probably
No, I'm
like
talking about the Mustang. What year was the Mustang?
Oh, the Mustang was like an 82. It was
Oh,
back when they made them 305 bosses or whatever them things was. Yeah,
yeah, you was in high school.
302 bosses.
Oh my
Yeah,
God, you was out there killing them already. Yo,
I
what
was
I always
working.
want. You was
We was
working.
working. Yeah, we was working at the Commandant's residence. Me and 40, we worked at a restaurant. It was working, paying bills in high school for sure. Car notes and
That's
everything.
crazy. You
Yeah.
know, I always wondered, like, it seems like the business savvy with y'all too specifically was there from day one. Was there a role model you had, somebody that taught y'all the game, or this just came out of thin air?
No, no, no. I mean, we had a lot of entrepreneurs around us. You know, in my small city, Vallejo, we didn't have like the big, you know, big tall buildings and stuff like that. So you had people that had, you know, like soul food restaurant, House of Soul, been there, you know, forever. You know what I'm saying? And it was a family that started their business and flourished where everybody can eat off the business. So that was always the plan, was we're gonna start a business, and you know, the family gonna eat off the business. We had a clothes store, we had a restaurant. I mean, you know, we was trying to hit it at all different angles, for sure.
Damn, that's crazy. So when
hmm
did y'all put the first project out?
First project came out was in 1988. Um, we did a maxi single called "The King's Men." MVP it was called Most Valuable Players MVP, and the album was called All the King's Men. And so it was like 4 songs on there. And back then, you know, it wasn't no cassettes. In '88, it was like it went from 8 tracks to wax and DJs. So that's what we ordered. We ordered some records, and yeah, And that was the beginning. That was the first one. We got that record done um, by watching MC Hammer recording in Vallejo. He was recording at Felton Pilot Studio in Vallejo, California. And that's where Hammer was recording at. We used to pass by there, see hella cars out there, Porsches and stuff like, man, like we're gonna knock on that door one day and see if we can get in there and do some music. And we knocked on the door, and this dude named James Early, uh, he worked at Felton Pilot Studio. He was like, "Yeah, man, y'all can book an appointment, and I help y'all out, make y'all some songs." And that was our first song. Thought I could trust a girl. 40 did that. Yeah,
Thought I could trust a girl. How they do?
man. Let me tell you. So back then, it's an independent grind, right?
Mm-hmm.
So um, you got Rainbow Records or Warehouse Records. These chain record stores back in the days. Um, but we don't know what's going on. We just made a record. But our uncle was like, you put them on consignment. So what we did, we took them to the liquor stores, and we took them to like all the mom and pop stores and shoe stores, clothes stores, and we sold them like that. You know what I'm saying? So we sold some records with just getting our feet wet in the game. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And then from there, and that was like all clean. During this time in hip hop, you couldn't cuss, you couldn't. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't playing none of that type of stuff on the radio. So,
Yeah.
but but right after that, we could. So our next project that came out in 90 and around 90 91. Um, well, actually, we had a EP that came out. It's the EP called Let's Side. It had 4 songs on it. And that was with the click. Now, mind you, we still don't know nothing about no distribution or nothing. We just
Just doing it.
ordering, yeah, we ordering cassettes, and we got the cassettes. Now we go into parks. We finding people that got like bumping their car, and we like, here go, play this, jam this. Like, you know what I'm saying? We going to just going everywhere, just giving out our music and putting in that groundwork. So we came up with this plot how we can get it in the stores. So we go take our cassettes and actually put them in the store, like in Rainbow Records or whatever record store, and then we have somebody go in there and try to buy it. And then when, and then when they try to buy it, they be like, "Oh, this ain't coming up. Like, who is this?" And then they call their distributor and order from the distributor, and that's how we would get people to sell the tapes. I mean, yeah, to actually order to get them to buy them and stuff and get them in stores.
So at what point did it hit though? At what point was y'all like, yeah, nigga, we good?
When we when we dropped that Click album, we came with that Tired of Being Stepped On. Um, See, coming from the streets, just say to make like 15 or 20,000, you got to put in a lot of work.
Yeah.
We was going to sell. We was going to one stop distribution and dropping off 5,000 CDs at $10 a CD. So that's when we like, oh, it's cracking, it's on. So we treated it like the game. It was a you get 10,000, we'll drop $1 off. You feel me? We playing the game with the distributors. You buy more because it's all COD. You feel
Right.
me? So we selling them COD. We going back and get some more, order some more, and bring them to a different one stop, and they sell them. Go get some more. By that time, the other one that ran out. So we was doing that on the independent level, man, selling a lot of CDs, a lot of cassettes and CDs. My first album, trying to get a buck, and on an independent level, I think It sold like 41,000 the first week, and it ended up selling 100,000 independent, and it charted number 41 on the Billboard.
So now you rich.
Basically, we eating, but we building at the same time. So we got the click, and we got all our individual projects coming out, and now we're starting this business that we was talking about. So now the business is the record company. So now we got producers, and we got groups, and we got artists up under our label. So now we moving like that independent. Sick with it.
So what year did Sick With It actually start?
Um, round 90, really 88, really. That's when it really started.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I remember, like I'm from Detroit, and I think 40s Captain Save a Hole was like the first time I got up on y'all.
that's probably what about 93?
That
It's
sounds about right.
93.
Yeah.
93.
Yeah, man, and that shit right there, man, was completely like it was
That's the
different.
one that that broke it wide open right there. That song, Captain Save All, that was a big record for us. That was the one. That's the one that got us the notoriety. That's the one that got us down in the Midwest from Kansas City, Detroit, Indianapolis. Uh, got us Texas. It got us Seattle. Uh, all that. You know what I'm saying? And that was the one. That was a record right there.
For you,
So that off of that record is when the majors started knocking.
and I know Jay Prince was trying to sign y'all, and Suge was trying to sign y'all.
Yeah, Jay Prince was trying to sign with Suge, and then at that time we look at Jay Prince showed us, he showed us everything. Like he showed us big ranch and all cars, and the compound, and treated us with love, and it was beautiful. And that's what we want to be. That's what we said ourselves. That's the goal that we after. We want to be like him. So we want to believe in ourselves and bring that to the forefront, and one day be able to do what he do, sign artists and stuff. At that time, we was just a group. So
Okay.
from his blueprint, that's what we had became. Sick with it.
At what point did y'all decide? Okay, 40 is gonna kind of be like out front more.
Um. Okay. So that record, Captain Saberhole, right?
Mm-hmm.
That that was on E40's I think Mailman album, or
Mm-hmm.
it was on his album. That's the record and the album that got the attention of Jive Records.
Okay.
So um, initially, that's who they wanted to sign. They wanted to sign E40, right? And then they wanted to sign the Click, and then they decided we might as well get everybody, your whole Sick with an umbrella signed up under this, you know, and we come with an unorthodox deal. But at that time, we was like the Bay Area, like Death Row, which whatever. That's what they was trying to say. Like we had myself, we had 40, we had Sugar, we had Selly Sale. Selly Sale um, did very good. It's going down the night song.
That song was fire right there.
Yeah, I think Selly Sale, that album went either platinum or gold, one of them. Yeah, just recently.
Really, he's still bumping Sully Cell from back then.
Yeah, with this new streaming things, it makes your sales still keep going. It don't stop. Like at some point in time, a record might get out of circulation or a CD might get out of circulation. But with the streaming thing,
Yeah.
As long as I keep listening, it still keep accumulating.
Which do you prefer?
I mean, if I prefer, you know, um, hand to hand. Here, let me drop them CDs off to you. You get my damn money until they figure out the system, or until I figure out the system of how to really eat off of it the way that we used to eat off of it. But I can say that I have some projects that came in here around '07 in the streaming platform, and I still get paid every month off of it to this day, and it's not going to stop no time soon. So it's for the long ball. It's a great plan. You know what I mean? It seemed like for the long ball, if they get it right, if they tuned up and get it right, and they say some people like, I guess Taylor Swift is getting like 25 cents a stream. What determines the amount of the stream? What determines how many streams make a record sale?
Right.
How much is that record sale actually worth? So um, I think they're working on it because artists is artists, and they want to get paid.
I mean,
You know what I
it
mean?
benefits them for y'all not to know though.
For sure, 100%. I mean, but uh, you know, you got to get to the bottom of it. They asking questions. Everybody asking questions now.
All right, so you met, and I'm just going over. So I was listening to some of your old interviews, man. First off, oh damn,
Yeah,
I can hear myself. Um, yo, you got features with everybody. I mean, Too Short, Young Dolph. Matter of fact, the Young Dolph one. How long was that in the can?
okay. Man, that's been in the can um, for a while. It's been in the can for a while. We recorded the song at my studio, and then we started working on the video. We actually did his part. We got halfway done with the video in LA, and shortly after that, he passed.
Mm,
Then when he passed, um, I wasn't going to ask the family, for if they had
yeah.
the footage, not right away. So I waited a while. I waited. And then I got in contact with his business partner, Big Daddy, Daddy O, and he tried to find the footage for me. He couldn't find it. Um, so we had some old clips and different things that we put together to make it happen. But we actually did shoot the video. We really shot the video, but he had it because he wanted to, he wanted to do it. He wanted to put the video together. So I was like, okay.
Just
He
from
had
a
his, he
personal
had,
level.
yeah, yeah. He had a vision. He's like, this is what I want. This is what I want to do for you. This is what I want to. I'm gonna hook it up. I got you. I got you. I'm like, all right. So we hold out for a minute. Let the healing begin, and then uh, put it out for on Dolph Day, um, and
Mm.
remember Dolph.
Did he remind you of a young you, a younger you?
Definitely, he had that aspect of that grind. That what I'm saying. He, he his story is similar. What I'm saying, coming from where he come from and what he done prior to, and then how he got into the music business was same way. Where we come from and how we got into the music business, and then he did it independently, like we did it independently. You know what I'm saying? But he was of the age of um, social media, and
Yeah.
it's a different way of marketing aspects to it, to where we had to get on the ground with it. We had to get in the cars and get in the neighborhoods and go to the record stores. They don't have record stores no more.
Yo, you think recording studios are also becoming dinosaurs?
Some of them are. I mean, if you, it all depends. You know what I'm saying? If you got you're known for a great sound, a great if you're somebody in the in the business and you got a great studio and a great sound, then you're gonna always have clientele to come deal with you because they just accustomed to dealing with that professional sound. But right now you have a lot of kids. They they just get the Fruity Loops and they download the Logics and
Yeah.
get them a little keyboard. And you can get the packages where the beat is already made and the horns is already set. And you just drag and pull it in and make beats. So it's a different way of making beats nowadays. So and everybody can have a studio.
Yo,
And with
how
the new
you?
technology, yeah,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm saying with the new technology, you know what I'm saying, they making beats on their iPhones now. They shooting videos on their
I tried doing that shit. It didn't work. Not for me. I'm too old,
yeah,
man. I had an app on my
yeah,
phone. I'm trying that shit. I couldn't even figure out how to fucking record this shit.
yeah, yeah. You gotta keep it simple. Push play record. That's it.
Yo, how'd you end up meeting Richie Rich?
Man, so Richard Rich, me and him had similar taste in cars, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's from Oakland. I'm from Belial. It's like 20 minutes from Oakland. Uh, and we didn't know it, but at the time, you know, uh, we had the same kind of cars. Like I had a 72 colors, he had a 72 colors. Um, I had a 5.0, he had a 5.0, and I had a 76 colors, he had a 76 colors. So anyway, um, this is Beat Shop in Oakland that used to do all of everybody beat, and my man, his name was Darren, and he
Mm-hmm.
used to put the slap in there. So Darren was working on my car, but when you're working at the beat shop, you're gonna have about 10 or 12 cars in there. He had a big shop, so um, I was getting the beat done, but my colors was a little raggedy. But he needed a chrome piece for his colors, so he stole one off my car. And and I'm like, damn, what happened to my piece right here? What he said, man, Rich stole the piece of he stole it off your car, and that's how we met. Me confronting him about stealing the piece of chrome off my car, you know, and then we got cool and started talking, started smoking weed, and then we just started hitting it off. It was tight ever since.
He just seemed like one of the central figures in music from the Bay Area. Like you, he introduced you to Pac, or he introduced so and so to so and so. Like he just seemed like one of those types.
Well, Rich was um, he was he was really in the streets too.
Okay.
So you can run into Rich. You know what do you say? So if you need me, scream double R when you see me. He had five on it. You feel me? And that's another thing. I bought some nickel sets from him that same day that he stole my chrome piece. But yeah. Anyway, so he was already, you know, he was already established, you know, in the streets. You be a hood star before you be a rap star. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
he already, you know, he already had his name. So um, when people like when the story about him and Pop, you know, when Pop was in Marin, that was like on the other side of San Francisco. Like Rich said, he was already Richie Rich was already Richie Rich. He was already in '90. He was already putting music out. He had already dropped um, his first the 415, and he was, you know, gaining momentum. So Pop hadn't got started yet. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when he met Pop, you know, like he said, he he was just coming up from with the digital underground, but Richie Rich was already kind of moving a little bit. So it was like he was the little homie, like, oh man, what's up, Rich? Man, just see you doing your thing. You know, Pac hadn't blew up yet.
Right.
So he met Pac when he was still, you know, he told a story about he was out here from New York and a girl called Richie Rich to send this guy, I got a guy out here from New York um, who wants some weed. So he said he shot over there and um, he introduced him. That's when he met him. That's how he met him because he wanted to buy some weed. And but at that time, he still wasn't Pac yet. He was just Tupac. You know, he was just a young dude that was out here from New York. He hadn't blew up yet.
Was he the same guy that that we end up seeing later on?
Um, that guy was always in him, but he wasn't like that with us. He was more uplifting. Like, come on, y'all, let's do this. Let's make this happen. Let's go here. Let's do this. And like he looked up to us too because he was around here and he seen what kind of movement we had going on,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
And then the Digital Underground thing came out, and then he got a chance to do um, his thing. And on his first album, he shot us out, like what I'm saying. And he was giving out, we used to do shout outs on, shout out to my homie, woo 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 woo. He said shout out to E40, shout out to the Click. You know what I'm saying? That was on the Tupac Now album. But that's because he was around here and he was seeing how we was moving. You know what I'm saying? And when he got his chance to blow up, he came back and started like everybody that was on that album, All Eyes on Me, is the ones that he was really getting down with. Like what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
What's been your biggest loss?
Biggest loss in life?
Yeah.
It would have to be my mother,
Okay.
if you want to say something like that. Yeah, for me,
Yeah. That's
we was really close.
yeah. I
Yeah,
lost my
that
mother
was
3 years ago.
yeah, that's the one that instilled all the game in me. You know what I mean? So
I do.
lo- yeah, losing that, that's a hard pill to swallow, but it makes you stronger in the end because you already know what to do.
Yeah. And it
You've been
appreciates
trained.
the job she did.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? You definitely, everything that was taught and that was instilled, you know what I'm saying, you carry it on with you. And for the most part, you know, until you know better about certain things, you know what I'm saying, you stick to the strip, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
you know, that's how I
Yep.
go.
And I know you fuck with Detroit heavy.
Yeah, so that story I had to tell the other day too. So apparently my dad fucked with Detroit Heavy too, right? So before I was even thought of, I said five sisters, it's four sisters, right?
Hmm.
Got four sisters in Detroit. And I mean, that's from Detroit. He married a lady in Detroit. And two of my sisters, one of my sisters stay in California now, and the other one, she's still in Detroit. She's a Detroit Lion fan. She always at the game. But um, right there on 8 Mile and Schaefer, yeah,
Oh, that's not too far from where I grew up at.
yeah. So she right over there, and but I wasn't. I had came to Detroit in '98 with Yacht. You know what I'm saying? Yacht had brought me down, and he introduced me to the Street Lords, and we started rocking and doing music and videos. And that was in '98. Um, I don't think I left from '98. Man, we've been. I'm talking about. We went to Cancun in '99. We went to every All Star game. They came out to the Bay in 2000. I had like At that time it was Cheddar Boys, it was East Side Cheddar Boys
Oh yeah.
and Street Lords. Everybody was together, so they all flew out here. Wipeout, everybody they flew out here for the All Star game in 2000. They acted a damn fool, and I introduced them to the homeboys and everybody, and it was just love ever since, man. And what I'm saying, we just locked in with Detroit, locked in, and that even made it better for me to um, see my sister and her kids and that side of the family. You know what I'm saying? Just being in Detroit all the time, like I couldn't. Once I got in, locked in with Fat Mike, it was over. His birthday 2 days after mine, so we we kind of just went crazy in the city for a long
Yo,
time.
what was Blade? Blade Icewood is like, man. Talk. He a god in Detroit. Still is. Rest in
Man,
peace to
look,
him. What was he
yeah,
like though?
rest in peace, Icewood. Icewood, he was like he was that guy, man. He was that guy. He was that guy. He was that guy. Meaning, even like when he was rapping, what he was rapping about, he was really living the life. I seen it. I was there with it. You know what I'm saying? And he was just really, he was focused on his music. That's what he wanted to do. He was the guy. And just unfortunate what happened. But he was cool. Me and Icewood, we ran together. He's something else. He's something else. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of fun though. Me, all the street boys. Like I said, we didn't just do it in Detroit. We went out the state, we went out the country, we went everywhere. We went on tour. We was doing it. We showed them. We used to pull up. We seen Nelly one time in Miami, and he seen Icewood's big STL chain, and he said he stopped. He was in a Ferrari. He stopped. He said, "Man, what that stand for?" He was like, "Street Lords." I said, "Yeah, these my guys right here." You know what I'm saying? It looked like a stand for St. Louis, but that's Street Lords, man. Don't get it twisted.
Yo,
Yeah.
how do you maintain the consistency, bro? Like you might have the most consistent career in hip hop.
And the the situation is it's got to be in you and not on you. You know what I mean? If it's in you, you can dial it up. It's like DNA. It's in your DNA. It's like you know, just okay. This is how we rocking with it. This is how we gonna move with it. And by us coming in the game independent, um, we established a fan base early in the game, and that fan base, it still exists, and it's crazy how it still exists because I will go to do a show, and I'm seeing kids in the show. They like 24 years old, and I'm asking them like, man, like y'all 24 and y'all are rocking to a song that's just turned 27. So y'all wasn't even thought of when this song was out. How do you know it lyric for lyric? And what it is their mother or their dad or their uncle played it while they was in the car seat or while they was growing up, and it just spilled down to it. It's kind of like how kids nowadays know about Michael Jackson. They never seen him perform and stuff. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
It just happened like that. But then again, you know, we just happen to make the music that they rock to too. So they're still lit. It's crazy because the culture, like say in Indianapolis, they like old schools, like we like old schools. And in their old schools, they play old school music, like early click songs and early Be Legit. And that's what, and that the younger generation, that's what they do. They don't play new music in their old schools. They play old music. So their culture is all on that.
I mean, we
You know?
kind of did the same thing. We was playing '60s and '70s shit back in the day.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So that tradition carried on. but it's just that it's just like now, uh, old school to some of them would be a '93 Lexus SC400. That's
Yeah.
an old school.
Yeah.
But, oh, that old car. Yeah. But when I rapped about it, it was brand new. You know, it just came out. So,
You feel like you finally getting the flowers you deserved?
man, my flowers and trophies be when I be strolling through and I run into a person and they be like, "Man, be legit, man, bro. Your music helped me through some bad times. I was locked up. I was down on my luck and whoop 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 whoop. And this song it got me through it. I wouldn't have made it. Whoop whoop. Them be my platinums. My golds. You know what I'm saying? That stuff. To know that my music touched them in a way that helped them pull through something. That's that's my flowers. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's always been um, kind of tough coming from different places. Even just as it's been cool for Detroit, but Blade was coming on, he should have been signed. You know what I mean? Even though he wasn't gonna sign because that's not what the plan was, but um, it wasn't really knocking on the door as much as they have their attention now. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. And I'm not sure
It took
what happened, but you like disappeared off the screen for like a split second. That wasn't me when if you happen to watch it back. But my apologies.
it's all good. But yeah, so like I said, as of right now, Detroit is hot. It's a lot of talent coming out of Detroit right now, and it's hot, um, and they got the game too. So they're not all everybody not running to be signed. A lot of these dudes independent getting their money and using their platform as they shoot off their launching attack. And they're making it happen.
Okay, so you get a chance to talk to all the Detroit rappers. What aren't they doing that you feel like, you know what, if I could sprinkle y'all with a little game to help y'all out, this is what I'd tell you.
I mean, to me, they doing the right thing because they being who they being, right?
Hmm.
Um, and I think it's important to stick to who you are, be true to, you know, your soil, your way. You know what I'm saying? I don't I don't believe in following the trend, or I'm gonna sound like this person to sound like this person. So um, a lot of people say, well, all Detroit rappers sound alike. Well, not really. If
No,
you
they
if
don't.
you get yeah, if you get a chance to listen to music, they got some of them they rap way different. They got different genres of music that they deal with. Um, it's just I just think they need to just keep grinding and keep the unity. You know what I'm saying? If you can keep the unity, or if you don't like one another, you ain't got to just jump in that diss bag and I think it's been enough killing and enough bodies and dropped. There been a lot of hurt, a lot of pain. I think if they can stick together like they used to stick together when they had the Detroit Music Awards and all that type of stuff before anybody got a check, I think they can keep the door, kicked in right now at this time.
Yeah, I think they finally kind of trying to see that now.
Yeah. Well, I seen them. They started back. Shout out to T Grizzly and
Yeah.
Payroll. They got on tracks. And you know,
Sada Baby.
yeah, the one side of baby. Yeah, um, when they started making moves like that, showing unity again. That
Yeah.
it's a movement, and it's bigger than us. It's bigger than the East and the West. It's about us getting in this game and holding our position like like how Atlanta got in the game and they held their position. You feel me?
Man.
So Detroit is a place where everybody come eat at. Everybody come do a show a year. They welcome the East Coast, down South, West Coast, and they pay homage. They come out. They support. So I think it's time that they just do. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Besides,
absolutely.
and they got we got the Eminems and people that came out prior to, but it's just a whole lineup of dudes right now that's locked in.
Facts. Yo,
Yeah.
how many albums do you have?
I never even really counted. I know I'm on a lot of guest appearances because I did when I get my reports back. You know what I'm saying? There's be a few pages long, all these guest appearances and songs, and I did an album with 40. I did a couple of mixtapes. It's just, but it's not really a lot. But it's a lot of music. It's a lot of music, not a lot of albums, but a lot of music.
Okay, I got you. What's the
Right.
most recent album?
The most recent album came out July 28th, I think. Yeah, July 28th. It's off the Dope Block Music series that I'll be doing. It's Dope Block Music 2, 88 D-Boy. That's the song.
Nigga,
Uh, yeah, that's the one.
that
Right.
that is the one. Now, I've been listening to that 88D boy.
Yeah,
And nigga, like you is absolutely in your bag.
right. And that's just when I go places and they say, you know, man, you still rapping? You still making music? Asking me, you still do it? Like, because it's people that grew up in hip hop, and just because they up there in age, they don't want to listen to. They want to listen to what they grew up on. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? They don't want to listen to, and this is why, you know, the famous rock bands, they still touring at 70 plus years old. You know what I'm saying? And still selling records and still selling out shows. And as of right now, like in hip hop, um, all these old school concerts, we've been doing them for a long time, and they sell out everywhere. You know, so with that being said, music is just it's a feeling, and I had to bring back on a throwback. I had to bring back, try to recreate the year 1988 with a little bit of edge of today's technology or whatever. But the topics, 88 D Boy, things I talk about in that album, and uh, the feel of it, it's just 88. That's what it's all about for me.
yeah. 88 was like the might have been the real last year. Like that. I think that was like when crack was still not seen as destructive to our community, and niggas
Right.
was getting paid without the shootings.
Definitely. Definitely.
Like,
Definitely.
yeah, 88 was a good year, bro.
Yeah, it was a good year. It was a good year. I mean, because in the beginning it was love. You know what I'm saying? It was love. If you had a few coins and I had a few coins and you gave a party, I might go buy you a Rolex because that's just love like that. And I see you doing your thing, and that's what it is with like black people. You know what I'm saying? Especially coming from nothing, and we get a chance to have something. It we share. Like 9 times out of 10, a lot of dudes go broke because they got big hearts. You call them up, hey man, my such and such, I need this and woo, and they the type of people to give you their shirt off their back. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Um, and that's how we originally was until you know world got world got away, and we adapted to it, and it became a little bit selfish, and things happen.
we got Americanized.
Got it's called Hellenization. Look, look, look that up. You
Yo,
got hella numbers.
I see one video, man. You and old boy, I can't remember who the podcast was, but y'all niggas was talking about aliens and like I was glued to this shit. Like it just was so out of left field of what I guess expected of Be Legit, but it was just a really dope conversation. Like what you reading now?
Right now,
Yeah.
I was reading the text. uh, oh, listen, man. You know, we in the age of information, right?
Hmm.
So if you sometimes you should take a trip down the rabbit hole just to see what's down there. You know, you gotta remember to come back up and get on the main surface. But once you go down the rabbit hole is really deep, and you get to discover stuff that was hid from you, and you fall in love with the truth. And once you fall in love with the truth, you want to know it, so you seek it, and then you might get some like-minded people, and you guys, you chop it up and you talk about it, and without having to be a weirdo. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because everybody's not ready for the conversation. Everybody's it's a lot of people, that's still on the Kool-Aid, and uh, some people don't want to know the truth. You know what I mean? So, but I'm just one of them that's a truth seeker. So I need to know. It says, is we in the firmament? Is we on the flat plane, Earth, or is we on the globe? So we tap into that.
What's the biggest truth you
Biggest
found
truth
out
you
that just
found
fucked your
out that
head
just
up?
fucked your head up?
They didn't go to the moon.
I'm with you on that.
I'm with you on that.
When I found out ain't nobody been to the moon, it got me. When I found out
I,
them people were still alive today, some of them teaching at school and it showed me, I was like, oh yeah, that was good. That was the Apollo, I believe.
yeah. And them folks ain't never been nowhere on ever where they ain't tried to put a
No,
hotel.
no, man, no, never been nowhere. Can't get out of here. We inside the dome. We inside that living room, that thing that used to sit on your grandmama's living room table.
Oh,
You
a little
shake it
shaky
up.
thing.
Yeah, that's what we in. We definitely in one of those.
You think so?
Yeah, that's it. We in the firmament, man. Can't get out of here. They sent rockets up there. Them rockets couldn't. Rockets hit some water, hit something, and bounced off that joint.
Yo. What do you think's at the center of the earth then?
In the center of the earth,
Yeah.
the inner earth. You said in the inner earth.
Yeah.
I don't, I don't know I don't know what's down there, but I know it's something because I know it's something that I seen. There's something in the Utah mountains uh, where they're able to drive these 18 wheelers for hours inside of a mountain. They definitely got bunker cities, not not just a bunker, a whole city where the whole population, stores and everything. You feel me? So they got that stuff.
Yo, man, that's fucking crazy. Who you listening to now?
But music wise,
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see. Do I listen to music? Uh, Hardly ever. If I'm working on music, I don't listen to it. 'Cause I don't try to get influenced. Right.
Hmm.
Since 4-2 came home, I had to see what he was talking about. Right.
Your man lost a lot of weight too.
Huh?
I said he
Oh,
lost some weight.
yeah. Yeah. Shit. I mean, you, you locked up. You can't eat at 2, 3 in the morning and do things you want to do. You know, can't get to it. But no, I listen. I listen to all my guys. I'll be listening to PG. PG was the first dude to come to my studio. He came to my studio and he knocked out a verse for somebody else, but he popped up down here, um, and came to the studio and laid some work down. Um, Payroll been down here. Band Gang, they've been to my studio. I did a video with them in my studio. Uh, who else? Um, Anybody pretty much that land down here, you know what I'm saying? They come slide through.
Yo,
You know what I mean?
Peasy might have, for me, it's probably the best project out of the city this year.
Definitely. Yeah, he definitely had one of the hottest projects. He was lit. I seen him knocking at the door. I seen him, releasing the mixtapes and the no hooks, and he was putting in that work, and that's what it takes. You know what I'm saying? And it's like pulling on a slot machine. You know what I'm saying? One of the things gonna hit. You throw everything at the wall, something gonna hit.
Yeah.
You
And he
know,
got a good balance of personal honesty and street honesty.
definitely because his book was open. You seen what he was going through and what he went through, and it was authentic. It wasn't made up stories. You could read about it. You could pull it up. It was public knowledge. What you know, and all the shit. So they like that. Like when niggas get shot for real, they like that. You feel
Unfortunately,
me?
yes, they
Yeah.
do.
What's up? Yes.
And
Yes.
free that man Rio while we at it.
Yeah. Free real. Yes.
You know,
Hold on. Let's see what's going on. Huh?
yo, I'm really fucking with that picture though.
Yeah. It's all good. Yeah, man. Yeah. So shit. Yeah. That's what we was talking about. Free real. Yeah. Them
Yo,
dudes came in, with their little sound. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. They took the music. They took they kind of beats, they tempo, right? They being original. Now you got niggas from the West Coast or different people from different places sounding like Detroit rappers.
yeah.
That's what happens when you be original. You feel me?
Well, I think we've been too friendly with our sound too.
Yeah. I take it as panhandle. I mean, I think you know you're doing something right when people copy. You know what I mean? But nobody should be able to do it better than the originals.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be just giving it away. All money ain't good money.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, then somebody need to sign somebody up and sign these producers up and make sure that they, because what
Yeah,
happens is when the stomach start growling, you got to use what God gave you to
yeah.
get your money, put the food
Facts.
on the, you know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Today, that's what it's really about. So unless somebody want to, hey, I'm gonna make sure you eat and here go this amount of money, and I just want you to make beats for me and my crew or whatever. We're gonna sign you up to our label, and I decide who can get them. Then that's something different. But that's the money talk. That's the
I
money talk.
think I think in this generation, producers are probably the biggest losers. Producers and DJs.
Definitely, um, definitely. Because I mean, at one point, if you was a hot producer like Dr. Dre, Pharrell, and them, and dudes
Seven
was getting
figures.
right.
Easy.
So it made everybody want to be a producer. And also, in them days, if you landed a song on a movie or or a soundtrack to whatever, you know what I'm saying, you can get money to be on TV shows and stuff like that. So they was getting royalties and stuff like that. And it was playing a lot of money, so it made people want to be producers. Um, and then some producers got the right idea, they 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 getting with the new stuff, they leasing out beats, you know what I mean, so they can sell the same beat a million times for $50, whatever. And if somebody want to get an exclusive beat, they can sell it like that too. But main thing they want to do is get known. They stay in my email, they stay in my DMs, Hey, bro, what's your email? I'm gonna send you some beats. You gonna send you some beats? I'll be like, all right.
Yo, the mechanics from out there is killing it though.
Oh, yeah, they got that. They got that Oakland punk that slap.
Yeah, like they shit's ooh.
Yeah,
Like it ain't too many producers nowadays that like I know by name like hell of the mechanics, and that might be about it. It may be a couple more if I think hard, but ain't too many that have really established themselves by name.
no, and when you get beats from producers, they might send you 100. You might only find like one or two that you like. You know what I'm saying? So um, I know the producers that we work with during the time that we worked with coming up, it was on a certain sound, and they was just doing music for our camps. So it made it easy for us to do mob music. That's what we was on. Um, but nowadays, people try to send me something and they think that it's mob music, but it's not. And I'm like, nah, that's not it. Like, they don't have the ingredients. So you gotta kind of find somebody that got it, and it's hard. It's like trying to find a good paint shop.
I ain't that rich, bro. If my shit don't come out the dealership painted, it ain't getting painted.
Yeah, no, I feel you. No, no. Nowadays we ain't paying cars, but we're talking about like, right now it's you're trying to put together an old school or something like that. You got to find a good mechanic, an old school mechanic, and you got to find an old school paint shop. You know, but they kind of extinct, kind of hard to find.
The classic car that you want that you just can't find.
Man, I kind of really, I got mine. I got two colors. That's what I want. I got two deuces.
The 72s.
Yeah,
Oh,
hard top
that's
and
oh yeah, that's a
yeah,
great year right there, bro.
yeah. One of
Yeah.
them been with me since '88. The drop been with me since '88.
You still in your second house that you ever bought, right?
Definitely am. I
Where did
definitely am.
discipline come from?
Uh, I think just I think just from I think like okay, I'm gonna say it like the people that was before us, the generation that was before us, it was they were older young people. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
They were having kids at 16. They were getting married at 17. They had jobs. They were more established, younger.
Yeah.
So my generation, that's how we was. We wanted to be more established, younger. You know what I'm saying? Um, this is what you got to get. Oh, don't get an $85,000 car before you get a house. You know, just certain things that when you got your chance, when you got your shot at it or whatever, that you can't really do. Like, hey, yeah, I want that Rolls Royce, but man, where I'm gonna park that motherfucker at? I'm gonna put that motherfucker at the thing. So no, we're gonna get the house first, or get this and get that. And sometimes you have to sacrifice. You can't go get that chain that you want or that extra whatever blingy car or whatever it is, because you got to be responsible for what really matters. You know what I mean? That's your
Yo,
foundation.
I got a chance to interview the Russell, and your man's is basically Yah in 2023.
I told him that when I first texted him, I DM'd him and I told him, I congratulated him on his success and what he's doing. And I told him he reminded me of us coming out the same city, Vallejo, on an independent grind and doing music independently. But he just doing it, what they call it, 2.0. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? With
facts.
the new technology, yeah. He, we started the gangster, and now he taking it to another level with with the tools he got,
Like
and
the
that's
whole shit in his back, the pergola in his backyard.
man,
Wild ass idea.
all that, all that, all that, bro, all that.
Did you see that? Did you see the imprint that y'all was leaving?
Um, so our imprint, our blueprint, our imprint, we didn't really have no choice. Wasn't nobody coming to the Bay Area signing people. You know what I'm saying? They just wasn't a place where they was going to come and get artists. They was going to LA when they thought about West Coast.
Yeah.
So thankful for our Uncle St. Charles that he put out a gospel record and us having, a couple of coins, we was able to come together and put out that record, and buy a record and put out the records and learn the music business. And I think that's one of the best things that happened for us is not being signed because we actually got a chance to know the ins and outs of the game, what the records was actually making and what, what percentage it costs to do this and what goods cost and marketing. And we learned all that because we had no choice. And we was actually selling records. So we had to, we had to do business. We had to give out publishing. We had to do all that.
Yo, and shout out to my man's in the back, man. What up, dog?
Oh, what's that? Looked up and seen me. I said, "Oh shit,
That's King Seidel.
what's going on?"
Yo, I didn't know that was him. I seen him on the other interview, man. You could have said something, bro.
Oh man, I don't be trying to interrupt when the legend is talking. You dig what I'm saying? So, but yeah, when it's my time to speak, I'm gonna say what's happening. What's going on to the whole 313?
No doubt,
Dirty.
man. Yo,
Yeah.
and I know I only got an hour, man. So I want to make sure if anybody want to get in contact with y'all for business purposes, how they go about doing that.
Yeah. So you could DM me. I ain't hard to find. I'm a be legit 72 at Gmail. That's my email. Be legit 72 on Instagram and Twitter. And then yeah, that's me. You get in contact with me, and then I'll direct traffic from there.
How about you, bro?
You can tap in with all my social media or at King_Sidle at the Ruler Squad or just hit us at Block Movement Records on Instagram.
Yep.
Cause I know you got producers, right?
We get yeah. I mean, we got producers in the house for sure. Jay Peasy is the one that did the beat for the Boosie and Dolph record, Pocket Full of Money.
Okay.
He also did what song he did? Oh, he did on the E40 Be Legit album, he did what's that song? No, off the E40 Be Legit album. The one we did the video to.
Meet the Dillers.
Meet the Dillers.
Meet the Dillers.
And Straight Out the Dirt with Young Boy.
Yeah.
So yeah, he been rocking.
Yo, and I couldn't remember the name of the song that I put on the back of that I put on the flyer. That shit crazy.
From who?
From you.
What's the song?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's one of your songs. And I can't I've
What else?
yeah, my memory is shot, but I've played that shit probably 73 times, bro.
Yeah, that motherfucker slap. I think I'm gonna come to Detroit and make that video out there in the strip club.
Oh, that would be nice, man. Please, please, please let Rita know so I can be there.
Yeah, for sure.
Cause
I'm
that one,
coming.
yes, that boy slaps, as the youngsters say. Yo, man, I cannot possibly thank you enough, man. It has been truly an honor, man. Been fucking with your
Yeah.
music, man, for decades, bro.
Hell yeah, man.
Never quit, bro.
It's for the love of hip hop. So you get a lot of people you know, that say like I think I heard Styles P said it's only in hip hop that's only 50 years old, right? It's only in hip hop they try to put an age limit on rapping. You know, they don't do that in rock and roll. They don't do that to Patti LaBelle, the R&B. You know what I'm saying? But in hip hop, they try to make it. But we are the one that set the rules and regulations. So
Exactly.
long as we do it, and we still getting support, what we gonna quit for?
And to be honest, it wasn't necessarily the fans of hip hop, the artists like before you, like the you
Right,
know the artists of Run DMC's era, they just
right.
stopped. They didn't
Yeah,
test it.
they retired.
Yeah, that wasn't our fault. That was them saying, you know what, I'm too old to be doing this shit. And then hip hop
Right.
is only 50. So
Only
all those
50.
other genres is much older, so they didn't had more generations. And now, especially like hip hop, like I was a kid when hip hop started. So my
Exactly. We grew up.
grandkids is gonna be looking at they heroes or legends rock well into their 60s and 70s. I'm certain of it.
Listen, if you love music and you love what you do, you're gonna keep on doing
Facts.
it. You know what I'm saying? You just keep on doing it because you're doing it for the love. You're doing it for the art. You know, and
Yo,
we make rules.
you gotta tell me who did that picture too, bro. I need one of those.
Man, this lady, man, she made it by hand. You know,
That shit is
my wife don't like that picture, but I kind of dig. But it's all good.
it's just something about it that's just it's got its own vibe going on, but it just takes you to a whole nother place.
You say vibe. Look, you got vibes right here.
Oh,
Big,
damn
big,
you! It's a
big
sister
vibes.
named Ayana that be selling those. Who's selling those? Oh, you
Yeah,
you you
you got
own your shit, huh?
more
Where
vibes right here.
where the sage at, bruh?
Oh, I got it. It's all right. I got some of this right here. This some of that African stuff. You burn these rocks. Like which one?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't never heard of that shit before. Yeah, you got to put me up on that. So where do you get those from? They just like so you just light it up, a rock?
Yeah, you're supposed to, it's like lava rock. Look like this.
Hell no. And it just kind of like gets rid of the
Yeah,
negative energy.
yeah. You're supposed to pray over them and burn them and through whatever, facility that you that you come in, you know what I mean? And get all the negative spirits and energy up out of that joint and dig.
Hell, that's wild. I've never heard of that. You put me up on some shit, man. I'm gonna have to look that up.
It's the same thing the Sage do, but this is what the Africans do. That's all.
Yeah, oh, yeah. They're gonna learn me something. I don't learn too much at this point. You know.
Yeah.
But yo, I'm gonna let y'all niggas get out of here, man. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah.
Yo, this has been truly an honor, bro. I just can't thank you
Yeah.
enough.
It's all good, brother.
You know,
Appreciate it.
I'm not sure that there's anything I could possibly do for y'all niggas, but if there is, please don't hesitate to reach out and let me know, and I got you.
That's all good.
No doubt,
All
man. Y'all have a good one. Peace out, bro.
Salute, man. 100.
No doubt,
right.
man. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your life.
All right now.
Yo, man. Come on, bro. At some point, and, we really about to fuck y'all up next year. I'm just saying, and to be quite honest, like, the rest of this year is absolutely no slouch. Yo, we got a fashion designer Q coming up Thursday. We got my guy Tim Sumter, Timothy Sumter, who man, when it comes to the behind the scenes type of shit, yo man, Timothy Sumter is on a whole nother level, man. And I can't possibly think be legit enough, man. I was like, I had to check that one off the bucket list. Really dope. Yo. And I know a lot of y'all ain't seen the flyer, but the first interview of the year is gonna be Royce the 5'9". That's gonna be dope. Um, just who we got? Courtney Bell next week. Oh, and Blitz from BK. I've never seen a brother that swims with the sharks. Crazy. Anyway, man, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the show, man. Appreciate y'all, man. This has been Jobs, and this has been another episode of Intellectually Petty Radio. I'm out of here. Y'all have a good one.